It is July 4th, 2024, Independence Day, and in Rapid City, South Dakota, Donald Trump has announced that South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem will be his running mate in the 2024 presidential election. The election will be held on November 5th, and Noem will be Trump's running mate on the ballot. Noem will accept the vice presidential spot, the running mate spot. She says she is honored to have this position. It is July 19th, 2024, and in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Liz Cheney, a Republican running as an independent for president, has picked Joe Sestak to be her running mate come this election cycle. He ran for president in the 2020 Democratic primaries, obviously as a Democrat. However, he soon switched to the Forward Party and will be Liz Cheney's running mate in this election, a very moderate choice and someone that really fits the Cheney unity ticket. It is August 17th, 2024, and in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Republican National Convention is being held. The RNC is being held in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, from August 17th through the 20th. Or to the 19th, actually. It is August 18th, 2024, and Mike Pence has conceded to Trump after the first ballot. Donald Trump has been nominated on the first ballot, and Mike Pence has conceded to him. Obviously, this does not mean an endorsement. This is just a concession. It is August 19th, 2024, the last day of the RNC, and Donald Trump has officially been nominated. He has given his acceptance speech. It is August 23rd. And in Atlanta, Georgia, the Democratic National Convention is being held. Many notable Democrats are giving speeches here, a big moment for the Democratic Party this election cycle. It is August 24th, and in Cleveland, Ohio, and Jeffersonville, Indiana, Nina Turner and Denver Leverett are refusing to concede this election and also refusing to attend the Democratic National Convention. They are very upset with the mistreatment towards them by the Democratic National Committee, and both Turner and Leverett will not concede to Biden. Regardless, it is August 25th, and at the DNC, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been nominated on the first ballot. Turner and Leverett didn't come anywhere close. Leverett had a few delegates from Indiana, but he came nowhere close. Joe Biden has won in a landslide. It is August 31st, 2024, and in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Cheney gives a speech, and she says that she is continuing her independent run for president. Although she is not leading in polls, she will continue this presidential run, she says. It is September 1st now, and Mike Pence has endorsed Liz Cheney. This is huge news. Mike Pence will not endorse the Republican nominee, Donald Trump, whom he served as vice president under. He will endorse an independent, as many notable Republicans like Charlie Baker and Phil Scott have already done. This comes out of Indianapolis, Indiana. It is September 4th, and new general election polls have been released. On your screen now are the nationwide general election polls, so this is just the popular vote. So this really does not mean much. Joe Biden does lead these nationwide polls with 42% to Trump's 40%, Cheney's 8%, and 10% don't know. That's what the DK stands for. 10% do not know. And this and the poll on your screen now is just from the state of Pennsylvania. So these are just Pennsylvania voters here. Of course, Pennsylvania and their 19 electoral votes will have a very critical part in this election. Biden and Trump are virtually tied here, both with 40%, Cheney with 7%, and a lot of undecided voters here, 14%. And let's look at polls from Michigan. Joe Biden does lead Michigan polls with 40%. Trump trails with 39%. Cheney not doing so good with only 5%, and 12% don't know. And let's look at Wisconsin polls. Joe Biden has a lead with 40% to Trump's 39%, Cheney's 11%, and 10% don't know. And let's look at some Georgia polls. Trump has a lead with 39% to Biden's 37%, Cheney's 8%, and 16% don't know. Biden, Trump, and Cheney not even managing to crack 40%. And wow, Arizona polls are showing an extremely three-way competitive race. We have not seen a competitive three-way race since 1992. Well, in a single state, since 1992 when Ross Perot was in the presidential race as an independent. Here we are seeing Cheney leading in the polls with 25%, only a quarter of all voters. In second place is Joe Biden with 24%. Donald Trump's in third with 22%, the only state where Trump is in third place. And 20% don't know, so that is still a very large chunk of undecided voters who could go to Biden and Trump. It is September 6th, 2024, and coming out of Atlanta, Georgia, CNN plans a debate for September 20th. Biden and Trump have agreed to this. It is September 8th, and CNN has announced that they will allow Liz Cheney to debate. There was some question that she may not due to the fact that she is an independent, only polling around 8% in most states. However, especially with her doing so well in Arizona, she will be allowed to debate. It is September 16th, and Trump has focused on a Rust Belt campaign. He will not be focusing on states that he did in 2020, like Florida, North Carolina, Arizona. Instead, he will be focusing on the Rust Belt, so that means Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and then he really does have Ohio and Iowa under his belt. But he will be focusing on the Rust Belt, and he is using that as his path to victory come Election Day. And Joe Biden is focusing on four states. That's what he's focusing on, really. He is just really counting on these 4 states, on these 4 swing states to go to him. Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, and Nevada. With these states, along with all the other Democratic states that are expected to go with him, such as Minnesota and New Hampshire, counting those 2, he would carry this election with those 4 states: Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, and Nevada. So he is campaigning in these 4 states. It is September 18th, and in New York City, Fox News plans a second debate for October 8th. All candidates will be allowed to join. It is September 26, 2024, and in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, CNN holds the first presidential debate. It is happening live with Biden, Trump, and Liz Cheney right in the middle. Cheney and Biden are teaming up against Donald Trump. They kind of have an alliance, it's looking like here, honestly. They're calling out Trump for everything that he has done, that he did throughout 2016 and 2020, along with the Mar-a-Lago documents and how he failed to give them to the FBI, and of course January 6th, which Liz Cheney likes to point out a lot. Cheney is performing well. That is what experts are saying right now. They are saying that she is making very much a name for herself as an independent. And Liz Cheney has been exposing the two-party system in this. She says that we cannot, still let the two-party system divide America. We need an independent who will unite America. It is September 28th, 2 days later, and the new post-debate polling has been released. So this is nationwide here, and Liz Cheney has gotten a huge boost from the debates. She is now polling at 15%, still not anywhere close to Biden or Trump. 13% don't know. And now here's the numbers that we've been waiting for here. Trump is now ahead of Biden after these debates, because Cheney is stealing votes away from Biden. The most of her support that she won throughout the debate mostly came from the Biden camp. So Trump is at 37%, Biden is at 35%, Cheney is at 15%, 13% don't know. It is October 3rd, 2024, and in Washington, D.C., Trump has outraised Biden by $30 million. That is huge. For ads, for signs, for merch, whatever it may be, that is huge. It is October 5th, and experts say that Cheney is actually stealing votes away from Biden, as I mentioned earlier. Cheney is making it more likely that Donald Trump becomes president again, even though her campaign is against that. It is October 8th, and in Reno, Nevada, the second presidential debate is being held. Cheney and Biden once again team up against Donald Trump. Same old deal. And it is October 10th now. New post-debate polling has been released, and Joe Biden actually gained 3 points, and he is now at 38%, and Trump has fallen behind to 37%. Once again, Biden took the lead. Cheney gained a little bit. She's now at 16%, and we can see that don't know percentage going down each poll. It is now at 9%. We are only about a month away, a little less than a month away from Election Day. It is October 14th, and Andrew Yang is campaigning for Liz Cheney in the Rust Belt. He and his Forward Party have endorsed Liz Cheney for president, and he is launching a Rust Belt campaign for her. It is October 19th, and Joe Sestak, Liz Cheney's running mate, has been campaigning hard in Pennsylvania. Very hard. He's been going around the state nonstop. So this is his home state, the state of Pennsylvania. He served in Congress from here, ran for Senate and lost. And he has been really running the Liz Cheney campaign here, as Liz Cheney is, of course, is not expected to win the state. However, with him as her running mate, it is possible. And it is October 26th now, and in Atlanta, Georgia, the final presidential debate has taken place. Let's look at some new post-debate polling. It's October 28th now. Biden and Trump are locked in dead tie nationwide. They are in a tie. Liz Cheney is at 15%. She went down a little bit, and only 5% don't know. We are 7 or 8 days away from Election Day. It is coming down to the wire, folks. It is November 3rd, 2 days away from Election Day, November 5th. And the three candidates are making their final push in swing states. Trump is really campaigning hard in the Rust Belt. Joe Biden is really campaigning hard in Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, and Nevada. And Liz Cheney is campaigning really mostly all across the country, but mostly in the Rust Belt and Arizona. And let's look at some percentages. So these are not polls here. This is the candidates and their percent of winning the presidency. So Trump is given a 50% chance at becoming the next president of the United States. A 50% chance. So basically, it's a 1 in 2 chance for Trump. He can, he can pick from a hat. Either he is going to be president or he is not. 50-50. Joe Biden has a 48% chance at winning. Very close to Trump. So, really, that 2% difference makes this a true toss-up race. It really does. Liz Cheney is only given a 2% chance at winning. But hey, that's 1 in 50. Could happen.